So in our words, we've got the AI making the long A sound, and then the AR making the R controlled vowel R. So we've got contain, explain, mermaid, straight. Then we've got collar, dollar, popular, regular, circular, and sugar. Now you might not give that the correct sound at the end. You may shorten it off to a schwa. So it'd be collar, dollar, popular, regular, circular, sugar. So if you're going to do that, you have to remember that you're using AR here for that schwa sound at the end of these words. Now sugar is an interesting one. If you look at the history of that word, it's quite unusual that we've got the S making the sh sound in that. So the etymology of the word sugar probably came from the Arabic words suka or sucker, and they would have spelled it with the double K. Okay, let's go through and look at any other things we can see in these words. We've got some R-controlled vowels in mermaid, the R at the end of these words, and the IR here in circular. Then the other things that we need to look at, we've got the GH in straight, which we can't make that guttural sound hucked. So we leave it out, but when we spell the word we have to put it in. It's usually from Old German. In collar and dollar we've got a short vowel sound, that's why we've got the double L after each of those. And in popular, that U is making a long vowel sound, and circular, that's why we've only got one consonant after it, one L after it. Now let's go back and look at why these words what these words actually mean. So if we look at the word contain, it's to be held within. So this basket contains some clothes. They're held within the basket. Explain is when we make something clear, we give more information about it. A mermaid is an imaginary sea creature that has the body of a woman and the tail of a fish. Straight means something is going in one unchanging direction. A collar could be a dog's collar that we attach a lead to, or it could be the piece of material added to a top or a shirt, a piece of clothing to help protect our neck or to give us more warmth. Dollar is money, it equals 100 cents. Popular means it's liked by many. Regular means it's a constant pattern, or here it's something that you might do on a regular basis. Circular means round or having the form of a circle, and sugar is a sweetener that we add to food. You can finish adding in the words, reading, sounding, spelling and writing those words in each of the spaces. Our first set of words have a long A sound in them, represented by AI, so you can highlight those. Contain, explain, mermaid and straight. And then we've got the AR at the end of these words, making the R sound, but often we don't pronounce it correctly. We give it a schwa sound, so you have to remember it is AR at the end of all of these words. So we've got collar, dollar, popular, regular, circular and sugar. Now if you go back and see, we've got quite a few other things that you can see happening in these words. We've got R-controlled vowel in mermaid with the ER. In straight, we make that GH silent because we can't do that guttural huck sound that that GH indicates that word would need. Collar, we've got a short vowel followed by a double L. Same with dollar, short vowel, double L. Now popular, nothing special in there. Regular, circular, we've got another R-controlled vowel in there. Sugar, you know from yesterday that it comes from an old Arabic word, and we have the S making that sh sound there, so it's a bit tricky. It's very unusual in that we have that in our vocabulary with that S making the sh sound. So finish, rewrite and link to the correct meaning. So you've got to use the phonograms from above to finish off these words. Then write the word again. I'd use different colours if you can to link each word to its correct meaning. It'll make it much easier for you to follow and for the marker to mark at the end of it. Now here you have to find the list word that means the opposite to curved, irregular, disliked and released. whereas synonyms mean the same, so you've got to find the list word that means the same as famous, round, describe, and 100 cents. Our words today are contain, explain, mermaid, and straight, and they've all got the AI for the long A sound, so you can highlight that in each of those words. Then we've got the R sound represented by AR at the end of these words, so they should be pronounced collar, dollar, popular, regular, circular, and sugar. But we tend to give it a schwat sound, so you must remember that you are using AR for that sound at the end of the words. Fill in the gaps with the missing list word or extension, so you're going to be using these words. It may be the word as it appears here, or you may need to add to the start or end of it to make it fit the sentence in its correct form. Down here, finishing these verb families, you should know by now that we have the base word, so we're going to have explain, explains, explaining, explained. Down the bottom you have to add the suffix to the list word and write the new word in a sentence. So popularity, just follow the prompts there. Sugary, regularity, and explanation. Now just be careful on this one when you're writing it. You've got to actually take away that I before the N and then add ATION to the end. Finding parts of speech. So on this page you have to read the sentences. There's little paragraphs here, and in the first one you have to find nouns, the second one you have to find verbs, the next one you have to find adjectives, the next one you have to identify adverbs, this one is pronouns, and in the last one you've got to find 3 plural nouns. So down the bottom, it's setting you another challenge to find a comparative and a superlative. So you know that they are adjectives, and the comparative would mean more, or it would be a word ending in and the superlative would mean the most of something, and it may have EST at the end of it. Now hopefully you know that a noun is an adverb, person, place, thing or idea or thought. A verb is an action word. An adjective describes a noun. An adverb describes a verb. Adverbs commonly end with ly. A pronoun is a word that we use instead of a noun to refer to someone or something previously mentioned. And a plural noun means it's more than one of an object or person. Okay, have fun doing that page.